friends. So I ordered a small size for the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt, and I'm going to take you through that series as well. I picked up Petting Zoo, and the first video had really terrible audio quality. I put a filter on my camera audio that I was using, and you can hardly hear it. So I just finished recording the voiceover. I haven't edited the video yet, but I'm hoping that it's okay and that it's not too terrible. I will make sure that I don't use filters on my audio at all in the future. And I hope that you enjoy it. Let me know your feedback in the comments below. Happy sewing! Okay, so this is the inventory portion of the clue. Again, we're doing small clue 1. You're going to need 16 of your small A triangles, 8B, 4C, and 4E. And then you're going to need 12C small rectangles and 4 longer rectangles of fabric C. Okay, for section 1, step 1, you're going to grab 4 E triangles and 4 A triangles. You're going to sew them down on that long side. And then you're going to press your seam towards E. I am only doing 1 block. So I'm only going to make 1 of these. All right, so remember we're pressing towards fabric E. Your fabric E will be oriented with the point to the top left. And now you're going to grab your small fabric C rectangles. You're going to grab 4 of them and you're going to sew them to the right side of this half square triangle we just made. It'll be sewed to the right of fabric A, and then you're going to press your seam towards fabric C, the rectangle. Okay. While making these, just make sure that you're setting your seams, and then you're going to be pressing your seam towards the smaller rectangle, fabric C. And go ahead and set that aside. For step 3, you're going to make 8 half square triangles. So you need 8 of your fabric A triangles that'll be oriented to on the top, and 8 of your fabric B triangles. And I am going to make 2 because I'm only making 1 block. So sew those on the long side, and then we're going to press towards fabric B when we're done. Okay, remember for this step we are pressing towards B. For me, that's the like pinkish purple fabric that has the raccoon on it. It's probably so weird that you can see me talking sometimes, and I don't know if you notice that it's not going to match, but Clearly, I'm waiting for the iron to work its magic on that seam. And that's what your half square triangles should look like for this step. So for step 4, you're going to take the unit you made in step 2, and you're going to take one of the half square triangles you just made, and you're going to place the half square triangle you just made in step 3 to the right of fabric C, and you're going to go ahead and sew that on the edge of fabric C, having fabric A oriented to the top right of that half square triangle. Okay, so you should be making 4 of these. The seam you're going to be pressing towards fabric C. So fabric C will have both seams pointing inward on that piece of fabric. And we're going to go ahead and set that aside. So step 5, you're going to grab 4 of your fabric A triangles and 4 of your fabric C triangles. Again, we're making half square triangles. And you're going to be making 4 blocks. You're going to orient fabric A to the top left, C to the bottom right, sew on the long edge. Okay, and you're going to press all of these towards fabric C, which for me is the lighter fabric. It's another one that has raccoons on it. Okay, for step 6, you're going to take that half square triangle, or those half square triangles that you just made, all 4 of them, and you're going to match 4 small C rectangles to the bottom. You want your C fabric to match on your half square triangle, and on the rectangle, just make sure that that fabric A half triangle, the point is oriented to the top left of that block. And you're going to make 4 of these. Okay, so now you're going to take and press your seam towards the small rectangle that we just sewed onto our half square triangle blocks. And that's what you should have for step 6. Now grab 4 longer fabric C rectangles, and you're going to place them to the right of the block you just made in step 6. So it's almost like the beginnings of a log cabin, but it's not going to be a log cabin. Okay. You're going to want to press this seam out to the right towards your longer fabric C rectangle. And we're going to set these units aside, but that's what that step 7 should look like. For step 8, you're going to grab the remaining half square triangles that you made in step 3. So you should have 4 of them left over, and you're going to grab 4, should be the last 4 of your fabric C small rectangles, and you're going to join that to the top of all 4 of those remaining half square triangles. A to the top, B to the bottom. Okay, so for these 4 blocks, you are going to press the seam up towards fabric C, the small rectangle. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the unit you made in step 7, kind of looks like a little bit of a log cabin surrounding a half square triangle, and you're going to place that unit to the right of step 8. Step 8 should still have the C rectangle facing towards the top. And you're going to sew that on the long side, joining the unit and joining it to the unit from step 7. 8 should be on the left of 7. And you're going to make 4 of these. So the 4 from step 7 and the 4 from step 8, you're going to join together. So with these 4 units, you're going to be pressing the seam towards the step 8 unit. So you're going to press to the left. All 4 blocks should be pressed the same direction. There's a little bit of a bulky seam here, so take your time. Use your steam if you need to. Just remember not to pull or tug on these blocks because they do have some bias edges. But take your time. Okay. You can see me fussing with that seam, adding extra steam to make sure that it lays nice and flat. So now you're going to grab the units that you made in step 4. And you're going to grab all 4 of those and you're going to put them on the top of the unit you just finished. Your seams, there should be one set of seams that nest here. It should be the ones where your fabric A triangles are diagonal from each other. If you lock those seams in and you nest them really nicely, you should just be able to sew that edge pretty cleanly. If not, use a pin if you're not confident with that. But you'll make 4 of these, and this is the last step before you're done. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to set that seam and you're pressing the seam down towards the larger block, the one you did in step 9. Take your time. There's lots of thick seams here, and or some thick intersections, not necessarily thick seams. But take your time, use some steam. I am absolutely loving the Petting Zoo colorway. I was never really a fan of Tula Pink, which is super controversial, I know. but I really did like this colorway, and I'm glad I was able to pick it up for the small size. So that's what Clue 1 looks like for petting zoo. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe and follow the channel if you liked this, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.